Did it start?
Yep, we're good whenever you guys
I'm
are.
Dennis Abramov,
I'm Nick Anderson.
and we are Dennis and Nick.
Justin Bannister.
Mo Strummel.
Aaron James.
What kind of household did you guys grow up in?
Upper middle class, pretty nurturing household, but my parents did get divorced, so that was fun.
Always.
No, okay, so we're gonna transfer over to Dennis Abramov.
Oh.
Thank you for sharing all that with us. I know that's difficult for
Yeah.
you. I actually am very grateful, very grateful that I could say that I came from a very caring family, and that the older I get, the more I could actually respect that and actually be able to be thankful for them for raising me this way and giving me like everything that I could possibly like want, giving me opportunity, which is the main thing.
Until the age of 12, I grew up with my biological mother, and then she left and went to Egypt, and then I got transferred and I lived with my biological father and my stepdad.
My parents were divorced when I was young, so sort of a split household.
Very nuclear family. It was literally my parents, myself, my sister, and our dog. So that's like the definition of nuclear family.
Were you guys pushed to do traditionally masculine things growing up?
Dabbled in sports, wasn't my thing. I'm more of a mind person, like mental, you know what I mean? So a lot of these things like physical, fear was like a big factor in my parents raising me, so I'd often let that doubt me, and that would affect my performance in sports. But yeah, I tried a few masculine things.
I played soccer my whole life. That was the main thing for me. As far as masculinity or anything, they kind of just, like I said, it was like the opportunity to do what I kind of wanted. They didn't really push me in any way. Like I might have been motivated to a certain degree, but it was only always for like the betterment of myself, and the final decision was always mine.
Probably some things, yeah.
Can you give any examples?
Well, I mean, I think from my father, you know, I got a lot of sports things. I got my father was a little bit of a bigot and a misogynist, so he was a little bit tough to handle. But my mother, you know, I lived with my mother, so it was, you know, that sort of softened a lot of the masculine overriding stuff. So yeah.
No, I would say. I mean, I like wrestled and played sports, but I wouldn't say like I could wear whatever I wanted. I got my like left ear pierced in like 3rd grade because I thought that was cool. Like I could do pretty much whatever I wanted.
I wouldn't say pushed, but they were definitely like I was shown sports and shown hunting before I was shown theater, which is what I of course do now. Like I was given like a small squishy football when I was a baby. So like yeah, like but then like that's been my like father's interest. That's what my dad liked to do. That's what his dad liked to do. So there's like that continuing line of this is what the men in my family do. And I kind of stopped that. I play the sports. I'm the only guy in my family who doesn't hunt. And I'm the only guy in my family who does theater. I'm the only person in my family who does theater.
Do you think there's different levels to manhood?
Yeah.
Can you explain it all?
You could go first.
There's the bravado. That's at the edge. There's two extremes, right? The bravado, and then the flamboyant, as we society kind of deem it, and everything between. So I don't know. Like, you're saying, like, are there different types of it? Yeah, like you can have some guys who are like, but I think it all stems from like the insecurities people have, what they grow up with, the traumatic experiences they go through, and how they were measured as a human being throughout their life.
Yeah, different externalities, environment, like uprising, upbringing, it definitely affects you, because the way I was thinking about it when you initially said flamboyant versus whatever the other one was, I thought of it as either you are or you want to perceive it, or like give off the perception of it. I see a lot of that where people like react to how they think that they're expected to be reacting. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people like put on like a facade, like a role.
Right.
Like this is what people expect from me. This is what I am, rather than just being. And I think that's like one of the biggest like toughest things in life is just to be yourself and to have like be comfortable with it. And in any environment, like you could see me like I'm like this at a business meeting at whatever, but like I'll be professional at the same time. I'll be able to tweak it, but I'm still myself. But you'll see people like completely change their opinions and stuff based on what groups of people they're with.
Exactly.
And I think that's just absurd. That's not being a man, whether you're a woman or a man, doesn't matter. If you're not true to yourself, I think you can't be a man or woman. You're just kind of hoaxing through it.
All right.
Some good answers over here.
Do you feel like that puts you on a different level of manhood from someone that might have been pushed to do masculine things?
I don't know if it put me like on a different level of manhood. I'd say like it made me like more open to levels of manlyhood. If that makes sense, I don't know.
Do you feel like there are different levels of manhood?
I'm not sure what that means.
Do you think someone can be more of a man than someone else?
If you're talking about traditional, or old school kind of stuff, I guess, you could define it that way, but I don't see the world that way, so.
Do you feel like that kind of puts you on a different level of manhood than your father and his father?
No, I don't think it puts me on a different level. I don't think there is levels. I just think that people in general have different interests, different likes and dislikes. So I don't think that has anything to do with how masculine or whatever you are.